Hello everyone, do you know what a common accident is that hunters often face when hunting? It's being attacked to death by the very animals they're hunting. This actually happened once when a hunter in Italy was fatally attacked by a wild boar he was hunting. And this kind of incident is not rare, because wild boars are not gentle animals. In today's video, we will explore the dangers wild boar hunters face during the hunt and how they escape from wild boars when attacked. In some European and American countries, hunting wild boar has become increasingly popular and is now seen as a recreational activity. But in Europe, wild boars are growing rapidly in number. They are also causing significant damage to the ecosystem and national agriculture, destroying crops and spreading diseases. That's why most people see them as dangerous pests. So while hunting them is legal, hunters must always ensure their own safety, because hunting wild boars is not easy. Even experienced hunters have been attacked by wild boars. Perhaps we all know the main reason why wild boars attack hunters so aggressively. It's because the bullets often don't kill them instantly. Hunters approach the prey, assuming it's already dead, but it isn't. The pain from the wound makes the boar go into a frenzy. It charges at the hunter when at close range. And that's extremely dangerous. A single charge can be fatal. One hunter was lucky enough to have a hunting dog by his side, which prevented a worse outcome. None of us enjoy the sound of gunshots, and neither do animals. Wild boars flee at the sound of gunfire, scattering in all directions. But some injured ones will charge directly at the hunter in a desperate act of defense. That's why hunters usually use high-powered firearms when hunting wild boars. Only by bringing down the animal quickly and decisively can they remain safe. Choosing the right weapon is also crucial. Powerful rifles or shotguns are popular choices. In addition, hunters must wear camouflage clothing to blend into the environment, along with durable boots and weather-appropriate gear to ensure comfort and safety. When hunting with a gun, the hunter must first look for signs of wild boar activity, tracks, rooted soil, wallow areas, and droppings. Wild boars often visit water sources, especially in hot weather. Then, the hunter must approach stealthily, moving slowly and avoiding dry leaves and branches to prevent noise. They must stay downwind, so the boar doesn't pick up their scent. If possible, the hunter should position themselves on higher ground or a hidden vantage point for a clear view. The climax of the hunt comes when the hunter spots the boar. They must stay calm and focused, often waiting for the perfect shot to ensure a quick and humane kill. Shots are usually aimed at vital organs like the lungs or heart to ensure effectiveness. The sound of the shot echoes through the forest, marking the peak of the hunt. If the boar is fatally hit, it may fall quickly. But if only wounded, it becomes even more dangerous, requiring the hunter and their companions to be extra cautious and use a tracking strategy to safely resolve the situation. In areas with complex and vast terrain, hunting becomes more difficult, so hunters sometimes hunt wild boars by helicopter. Helicopter hunting is a dynamic and modern method of controlling wild boar populations. The first step is choosing the right type of aircraft. Hunters often choose light, maneuverable helicopters, specially equipped for hunting, with safety belts and open sides for better visibility and access. All participants are trained in the safe use of firearms on board and are briefed on emergency procedures. High-caliber rifles are preferred due to the need for fast and humane kills from a distance. Proper equipment set up on the helicopter is critical to avoid accidents. This method is tightly regulated. Hunters must have aerial hunting permits and follow all local wildlife laws. The pilot and the hunter work as a team, using the aerial view to skin large areas far more effectively than ground teams. They communicate via headsets, cutting through the noise of the helicopter to coordinate tracking. This phase demands precise coordination between pilot and hunter. The pilot maintains a safe but effective distance, flying at low altitudes, sometimes hovering. The hunter must compensate for the movement of both the helicopter and the wild boar, requiring excellent aim. The hunter must take a clear and ethical shot at a moving target. Coyotes are also extremely adaptable, found in almost all habitats, from rural America to urban areas. This flexible habitat range has allowed them to easily find new territories and expand. They vary in color, size, and shape, but are usually light gray to yellow-brown with lighter colored undersides. Adult males in the northeastern U.S. typically weigh 40 to 45 pounds, and females 30 to 35 pounds. Coyotes are social animals, often barking and howling to communicate. They are most active at night and early morning, using dens, hollow logs, rocky crevices, and thick shrubs as shelter. Breeding season begins in January and ends in March, with litters of 4 to 7 pups. At this stage, pups depend on their parents, but after a few months, they leave to find new territories. Coyotes are primarily carnivorous, feeding on small rodents, rabbits, birds, livestock, and carrion. They also consume fruits and berries and will eat garbage and pet food in populated areas. Coyote attacks on pets are rare, but do occur, especially in areas where they have become accustomed to humans. Attacks on humans are extremely rare, but are increasing in places where coyotes are habituated to people. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, as other large predators disappeared, coyotes thrived and began expanding eastward in large numbers. Urban areas offer plenty of food sources, squirrels, pets, food waste, making it ideal territory. People often spot coyotes under high-rise buildings, and many have been caught on security cameras. Winter is when coyotes struggle to find food, making farms an ideal destination. They may track livestock for days, targeting goats, sheep, and young calves. As the threat grows, some states now allow and encourage coyote hunting, offering bounties for them. Coyote hunting operations are organized near areas they frequent, pastures near forests or farms. It's a complex task that requires careful planning, strategic execution, and knowledge of coyote behavior. Hunters must have legal permits, proper gear, and usually go out in groups of 2 to 3 to support one another. They look for tracks, droppings, and feeding signs, targeting areas with rodent activity, water sources, and cover. They position themselves downwind, use natural cover or blinds, and often paint their faces or wear masks. When a coyote appears, the hunter remains silent and still, then takes a clear, ethical shot, often aiming for the chest. After taking down the coyote, the hunter approaches with caution, checking for signs of life before retrieving it. Wounded coyotes can be extremely dangerous, so it's critical to confirm it's not a threat before getting too close. Aside from hunting, preventing human-coyote conflicts requires public awareness, securing livestock, and removing food sources and habitat. Whenever possible, prevent coyotes from entering backyards and public parks. Thank you for following today's journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to join us on our next hunting adventures.